It's grit and grace, side by side, fire in my chest, calm in my mind. I'll build what lasts, I'll choose my lane, turn pressure into purpose, paint it again. With grit and grace, I'm free to be all I am, becoming steadily.
If cash flow is tight right now, you don't need another motivational quote. You need clarity, because when money feels uncertain, your brain starts scanning for danger and suddenly everything feels urgent, everything feels heavy, and you start making decisions from fear instead of leadership. Today, I'm going to give you a calm, practical framework to get your cash flow under control and your head back online. Not perfect, not someday, but this week. Because cash flow confidence isn't about having endless money. It's about knowing what's true, knowing what's next, and leading accordingly. Here's what we're doing in today's episode. We're going to name the cash flow stress loop so that you can stop being controlled by it. I'll give you a simple, reliable weekly system to know where you stand without living in your accounting software. We'll get some non-negotiable cash rules that protect your business and your well-being. And I'll give you some scripts and decisions for the moments that usually trigger panic, like late payments, surprise bills, and the temptation to discount or overwork. This is not about shame. Plenty of smart, capable business owners feel stressed about cash flow. This is about moving from avoidance to authority. Let's go. When cash feels tight, most people fall into one of two patterns. First pattern is avoidance. You don't open the bank app, you don't look at the numbers, you tell yourself you'll deal with it when you have time. Meanwhile, your nervous system is running a silent background program. Something is wrong, something is wrong, something is wrong. And the second pattern is reactivity. You check the bank account constantly. You chase every dollar with urgency. You say yes to work you don't want. You discount. You overpromise. You take in emotionally expensive clients because they pay fast. You work longer hours to compensate for uncertainty. Both patterns are understandable, but neither of them are leadership. And here's the key truth. Cash flow problems are rarely just about money. They're usually about a lack of visibility, a lack of a plan, and the emotional load of not feeling safe. So the goal today is to create safety through clarity, not false reassurance, not pretending, clarity. I'm going to give you 4 numbers to track weekly. Because your business needs a rhythm and so does your mind, grab a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a simple notes app and create a page called Cash Flow Confidence. And I want you to track 4 numbers every week. The first one is cash in the bank. This is what you've got in there right now. It is not revenue, it is not profit, there's nothing complex about it. It's go to your bank app, find out what's in there right now. It is not what you're owed, it's what is in the bank today. I want you to say the number and then I want you to write the number down, because reality is not scary. Avoidance is. The second number is the money that's due in the next 7 days. And this is not every invoice that you've ever sent. This is the invoices that have firm payment dates, the direct deposits that are scheduled to come in, the confirmed receivables that you can reasonably rely on getting. If it's a maybe, then it does not go into this number. The third number is the money that's due out in the next 7 days. These include things like your wages or superannuation, your BAS or GST obligations, rent, key suppliers, insurance, loan repayments. These are not the things that are nice to pay, they're the must pay. And the fourth number is the 7-day net position. And that's the cash now, plus the money that's due in, minus the money that's due out, and that gives you the net position. And this number tells you whether you have breathing room this week. Now, this is powerful because your brain can tolerate a problem. What it can't tolerate is vague danger. A clear number gives you a clear plan. Now we turn those numbers into a habit. I want you to schedule a weekly meeting called Money Meeting. Whack it in your diary. Same day, same time, 20 minutes. So the agenda is check the 4 numbers. It's going to take you about 5 minutes. There's no judgment, just write it down. Then I want you to choose your top 3 actions. And it's going to take you about 10 minutes to run through this. These could be send 3 invoices today. It could be follow up the 5 largest overdue accounts. It could be to move the non-essential subscriptions onto a pause. It could be to confirm next week's bookings and then collect the deposits, or negotiate payment terms with a supplier. It could be transferring GST into a separate account. Then I want you to remove one cash leak. And they're usually small, habitual, and they're unchallenged. Could be unused software. I mean, how many people have got Netflix, Stan, Disney, Prime, Foxtel, and the list just goes on and on and on. It could be convenience spending. It could be underpricing. It could be unclear scope. It could be poor boundaries with late payers. Or it'll be, I'll just absorb it. It's fine. 1 leak per week. That's it. Plug it. Because consistency beats intensity. And here's the well-being part. This 20-minute meeting reduces the mental load that you're carrying every hour you're awake. And for some of us, every hour while we're asleep. Now we set some rules, because rules prevent emotion-driven decisions. If the rules are written down, you have to follow them. And so here are the 5 rules. And in my experience, they create immediate stability. Rule number 1 is to separate your tax money. If you do one thing after this episode, do this. Open a separate bank account and transfer a percentage of each payment into it. GST and tax are set aside. It's not perfect, but it is consistent. Even if you start with a smaller percentage and build up, do it, because nothing wrecks cash flow confidence like thinking you have money that isn't yours. The second rule is deposits are not rude, they are responsible. If you deliver a service, book a time, order stock, or commit labour, collect a deposit. It protects your cash flow and filters out the clients who don't respect process. And a calm line that you can use is, before we commence, we require a deposit of $100. This secures your booking and allows us to allocate the resources appropriately. Nothing offensive about that. Rule number 3, a quote is not a blank check. Scope creep is a cash flow killer. Use clear inclusions and exclusions. And if the job grows, you say, this is outside the original scope. I can absolutely do it. Here's the additional fee and the time frame. It's not defensive. It's not apologetic. It is professional. The 4th rule is that late payments don't get unlimited kindness. You can be respectful and still be firm. Your follow-up process should be automatic and consistent, not emotional. And here's a couple of scripts if you feel like you need some help. Hi, here's just a reminder invoice for number whatever it was, $100 was due on last Thursday. Please arrange payment today and send through confirmation. If there's an issue, let me know by close of business. Again, nothing offensive about it, but you take control. Second one would be a boundary line, I suppose. To continue work, we'll need the account brought up to date. Once payment is received, we'll resume immediately. You're not being harsh. You are running a business. The 5th rule is do not discount to calm your anxiety. Discounting to win work when you're scared teaches your business one lesson. Panic equals pricing. Instead, offer options. A staged delivery, a smaller package, a payment plan, reduced scope. Keep your value intact. Keep your margin protected. When cash flow is tight, leadership looks like 3 decisions. Tell the truth early. If you need to renegotiate a supplier bill, do it early. If you need to chase debtors, do it early. If you need to reduce expenses, do it early. Avoidance doesn't protect you, it just compounds the pressure. The second decision is choosing calm action over emotional action. And emotional action is things like frantic discounting or taking any client that comes through the front door, saying yes to absolutely everything, or working yourself into the ground. Calm action is visibility, it's priorities, it's systems, it's boundaries, it's follow-up, it's deposits, it's pricing integrity. The third decision is to protect the operator. If you are the business and you're burnt out, cash flow will not improve because you cannot lead well while you are depleted. So you need to protect your sleep, your nutrition, movement, a day with reduced decision making, and a weekly money meeting that stops the 2 a.m. spiral. It is not self-indulgent. This is a commercial reality. So let's finish with a simple challenge. In the next 7 days, I want you to track the 4 numbers just once. See what happens. Cash now, what's due in, what's due out, the net amount. Schedule that 20-minute weekly money meeting with yourself. Implement the 1 cash rule. Deposit, tax account, follow-up process, or scope boundary, whichever one tickles your fancy. Cash flow confidence is not a personality trait, it's a practice. And when you practice it, you stop fearing the numbers because the numbers stop surprising you. If this episode has helped, share it with a business owner who needs calm clarity right now. And remember, you don't need perfect circumstances to lead well. You need visibility, systems, and the courage to act early. I'm Donna, and I'm the creator of the Grit and Grace podcast. Until next time, keep your grit and protect your grace.
In the quiet, before the daylight breaks, I'm drawing lines for my own sake. I've carried more than I let on show, still found a way to learn and grow. With steady hands I set the pace, a fierce heart held in gentle space. I won't trade my peace for proof, I won't build a life without a roof. I'll rise, I'll rest, I'll recalibrate, strong enough to do, wise enough to wait. It's grit and grace, side by side, fire in my chest, calm in my mind. I'll build what lasts, I'll choose my lane, turn pressure into purpose, paint it again. With grit and grace, I'm free to be all I am, becoming steadily. I won't shrink back to make it easy, I won't stay small to keep things tidy. I'll speak the truth, I'll name my worth, put roots down deep and do the work. And when it's heavy, I won't break, I'll bend with care, then reset my faith. I'll measure growth in more than gold, in quiet wins and courage bold. I'll lead with heart, I'll honor pace, ambition guided by restraint and grace. It's grit and grace, side by side, fire in my chest, calm in my mind. I'll build what lasts, I'll choose my lane, turn pressure into purpose, paint it again. With grit and grace, I'm free to be all I am, becoming steadily. Let it be simple, let it be true, a steady rhythm pulling me through. When doubt is loud, I'll still begin, again and again I'll choose to win. Not by force, not by fear, by showing up year after year. It's grit and grace, side by side, fire in my chest, calm in my mind. I'll build what lasts, I'll choose my lane, turn pressure into purpose, paint it again.